Well, it is no surprise that 2020, we are now seeing a rise of depression and anxiety, and that is certainly something that Dr. Upshaw of NeuroSpa TMS therapy has also seen this morning. We're going to talk about the numbers here specifically. Always so nice to see you, doctor. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So this is interesting. I guess the Census Bureau in May said a third of Americans are suffering from clinical depression, which we know that this is something that a lot of people have suffered with for a long time. But I can only imagine what this crazy year is doing for people with depression and anxiety, and maybe for people who haven't even experienced it. Are you seeing this in your office?
Yes, so we are. And I was surprised when those statistics came out. Not that it had increased, because, we're seeing a lot more people suffering from depression and anxiety for the first time. And then also people who've been doing well for a while, the stress of everything that's been going on, triggering their symptoms to come back. But usually we see probably about 10–15% of the population is suffering from significant depression or anxiety at any given time. So the fact that it's 30–33% at this point is a huge increase, and it's kind of consistent with what we're seeing in our practice here. So it's of a big concern, and it's a really important topic to be discussing.
Well, that's where I'm going to go with it. Is I'm just so happy that we have met you and the team there, and I'm so glad that we are talking about it as often as we are, because I think for whatever reason, there's a stigma, I think, sometimes that comes along with it. Talk about what your therapy is able to do. And I know people are hesitant about medicine, which you say this may not be the treatment for everybody, but talk about what it is that you and your team are doing there.
Yeah, so at NeuroSpa, we use TMS treatment for depression and anxiety related to depression. It's been FDA cleared since 2008. It's covered by every insurance, including Medicare. It still surprises me. I've been doing this for 10 years that not everyone has heard of TMS. It's become a lot more known over the last year or two, I would say. But basically, people who suffer from depression who tried medication or have had side effects to medication or have tried therapy, this represents a completely different way to go about treating it. You use this magnet that just sits on the head and just emits gentle magnetic pulses, which just kind of sync up the brain and get it functioning normally again. There's no side effects to it. And it's not painful, and it's using technology kind of like an MRI magnet. So people are pretty comfortable with that. The MRIs have been around for a while. They're very safe. This treatment's been, again, FDA cleared since 2008. So it's been around for a while.
Do you use this along with medication sometimes, or do you have to do one or the other?
Yeah, so this treatment really represents the next evolution in psychiatric treatment. I mean, before medications, people who had a lot of depression, they had to go into like an institution for 6 months. Medications came along, gave us a great treatment option, but they don't work for everyone. A lot of people have side effects. This is a much more targeted treatment, kind of based on the theory that depression is really parts of the brain that should be connected together in a network that we can see on functional MRIs, and that network has just gotten out of sync. And we can sync it back up specifically and targeted to those spots that we found on functional MRIs in people who are depressed. It's kind of the next evolution of depression, where we thought that depression was really a chemical imbalance. That's why we use the medications. Really, we think now it's more of like an arrhythmia of the brain, that there's just this network that's out of sync. So this really represents the next evolution in depression treatment, and that's kind of where we're going with less side effects. It's more targeted than medications.
Yeah, this is fascinating to me. And I think one of the important aspects of making sure that our mental health is where it should be is making it affordable, the care for it. And I think this is also very important to let people know that there is insurances that cover this.
This is very well covered by insurance. Again, this is a mainstream treatment for depression. It's FDA cleared. Every insurance company covers it, including Medicare. It's very well covered. Usually the insurance companies want to see that you've tried some other treatments, but not always. So I encourage people just to call us up. The reason that we set up our company like this, first of all, NeuroSpa, it's a very comfortable place. People are very nice here. There's not a lot of stigma. You're not going to some like old smelly office. We really try to take care of people who come and see us. And then also we make it very easy. You can just call us up or go to our website and fill out a form, and we'll get in touch with you. Just give us your insurance information and a little bit about your treatment history, and we can tell you over the phone whether you qualify for the treatment or not. So, and if you don't, or if TMS isn't right for you, we've got resources that we can kind of direct you to. So, calling us up if you're having any mental health struggles is very easy. You're going to talk to someone who's nice and is going to kind of walk you through what your options are.
And it's safe. Again, if you're talking about people that are, having anxiety with today's climate, making sure that they're in a safe environment. We've been there. We've seen what you and your team are doing to make sure everybody is staying healthy and staying safe and socially distanced when possible. So, Doctor, thank you so much for what you're doing. We appreciate your time this morning. There's the website. There's the number. You have locations across the Bay Area. We'll make sure and get it on our website, too. But thank you for your time, Doctor.
Hey, thank you. Good to see you again.